Most people take far too long to learn new skills, and it's not because they are not smart. It is because they use slow methods. They reread, they do mindless repetition, they cram, or they consume without applying. The truth is, your brain is built to learn fast if you understand how it actually works. In this video, we will break down 7 neuroscience-backed accelerators that will help you learn skills faster than you thought possible. Whether you are learning a language, a sport, a musical instrument, a new job skill, or any complex domain, these tools will rewire how you approach learning itself. Let's begin. 1. Clarify the exact skill loop. The first mistake is that most people try to learn everything at once. Your brain does not learn that way. It learns in loops, repeated and specific sequences that get chunked and automated. This is called chunking. Instead of trying to learn the entire guitar, learn one riff. Instead of trying to master all of design, start by mastering one layout flow. Instead of trying to learn an entire language, automate one sentence structure. The smaller the loop, the faster your brain wires it. Break your skill into specific sub-skills. Focus on one loop at a time. Drill until it feels automatic. Then stack loops. This is how experts build what looks like talent. It is actually chunked fluency. 2. Learn fast, forget fast. Here is a surprising truth. Forgetting is part of learning. When you first encode a new skill, you will forget parts of it. That is good. Each time you retrieve a piece of the skill, your brain strengthens that pathway. The retrieval effort deepens the wiring. Memory moves from short-term to long-term storage. If you cram without forgetting, you do not build retrieval strength. You build fragile recall. The neuroscience term is desirable difficulty. You want learning to feel a little hard. Lean into the cycle. Learn, forget, retrieve, and wire. That is how your brain locks in skills for life. 3. Stretch, don't struggle. There is a sweet spot for learning called the optimal learning zone. If a task is too easy, you get bored and no adaptation happens. If it is too hard, you get frustrated and give up. If it is slightly challenging, you enter a state of flow and rapid learning occurs. Neuroscience research shows that learning happens fastest when you succeed about 80 to 85% of the time. You are just outside your comfort zone, but not overwhelmed. This triggers increased dopamine, activates neuroplasticity, and creates high emotional engagement. When drilling skills, adjust the difficulty so you are always stretching, not struggling. Keep progress visible and celebrate micro wins. This builds both confidence and competence. 4th, spaced repetition with retrieval. Most people review skills incorrectly. They reread, passively consume, or grind for hours in one block. But your brain wires skills best through spaced repetition and active retrieval. Spaced practice strengthens memory consolidation. Retrieval triggers deep encoding pathways. Gaps between practice sessions signal your brain that the skill is important. Do not study in one long block. Study briefly, take a break, revisit the next day, and revisit the next week. Space combined with retrieval produces fast, durable learning. 5. The emotional hooks. Emotion drives learning. When something feels emotionally important, your brain flags it for priority encoding. It increases alertness, enhances motivation, and strengthens memory. If your practice feels bland and disconnected, it will not stick. Add emotional hooks by visualizing how the skill will serve your goals. Practice in contexts that matter to you. Add challenge, stakes, or novelty. Celebrate your progress with pride. Your brain is always asking whether this is worth remembering. Emotion gives it a yes and speeds up the wiring. 6th, identity priming. The fastest learners do not just do the skill, they become someone who practices the skill. This is called identity priming. If you see yourself as a language learner, you will practice languages. If you see yourself as an athlete, you will train movement. If you see yourself as someone who figures things out, you will approach every new skill differently. The brain seeks congruence between identity and behavior. Acting from an identity creates deep emotional engagement. Motivation becomes intrinsic, not forced. Shift your self-talk. Do not say, "I am learning guitar." Say, "I am a guitarist in training." Do not say, "I am learning to code." Say, "I am a coder building fluency." This primes your brain to seek progress naturally. 7. Recover and reset. Learning does not happen while practicing, it happens while resting. Your brain consolidates new neural connections during sleep, during breaks, and during deep rest. Neuroscience shows that during sleep, synaptic pruning strengthens key pathways. During breaks, the default mode network processes new patterns. Overtraining leads to cognitive fatigue and slower learning. To learn fast, prioritize sleep. Take short breaks between practice blocks. Use days off to reflect, not just grind harder. The most elite learners respect recovery because that is when skills lock in. You do not need to be smarter. You do not need to grind harder. You need to practice smarter, with a brain wired for chunking, retrieval, optimal difficulty, emotion, identity, and recovery. That is how skills stick. That is how you learn fast, so fast it feels almost illegal. Start small, apply one accelerator at a time, and watch how your learning curve transforms. Subscribe to NextMe Project for faceless, grounded videos on neuroscience, discipline, and learning mastery. You do not have to outwork everyone. You just need to outlearn them. And now you know how.